grounds for invisible life, flocks and herds of bustling strangers, working with us, working against us, life that Airbnbs with us, every tear a dewdrop of pond life. It lies on our skin, an invisible ochre. We palm it off on everything we touch. And there is no border, there is no boundary between me and this flesh mob. This silent choir, I am, we are.
In tree, the primal ocean survives. Sap, lymph, blood. The wood's tireless breath. Below the foliage, my skin is dissolving. I think I never walked before. I never breathed before. Breathing did not exist like this.
goes off and mimics the shades of long-gone noon.
This funky network was a prehistoric blast. It was created here for humans.
What are we? Earth just feels like grain of sand on a cosmic beach.
The sun smiles, the pond crushes it.
I like you very much. I like that you're a Leo, which makes you fixed fire.
Orion was my best friend. The little one was my pet.
I'll stand cool. Meteorize.
Galactic spirals pull and push while spindles whiz around.
A language laugh, cry and live.
Voyager arrives in junk mail with a carefully placed advert about all the best on Earth. 4.5 billion emails from Earth.
I felt the first traces of heat caress my face as they were generated in the protocell's heart.
Water, herded into feather cows far from this planet.
Our story begins on a marbled space rock. Ancient wounds and pockmarks litter its surface, a thick rippling velvet punctuated by tea lights shining on unfathomable world.
Imagined I was slicing through light years of darkness, or maybe just a few inches of silk.
I was sad it's over, but happy I watched every bit of it. I'll be happy I saw you.
Instead, it rustled under my collapsed steeple, like unfolding a valley.
Eisteddwn yng nghynesrwydd i'r tân agored, yn hudo i hangen unig o hefyd.
Thousands of grammars coalesce as maps foretelling the truth turn to branches, cling to extinction's edge. And each language a cosmology, and each a universe of worlds. In our kitchens, mouths feed, from refrigerators humming, with who buys what for the city. How we continue to catch and pull from peasants' earth. Indigenous rainforests funneled into factories, sweatshops, mines. We address our meals and imagine, attempt, a tracing back of lifelines, a return of vitality to places gouged, to growing branches of language. Earth-carrying hearth of cooling truths. How to secure survival, continuance of breathing, the world a new cartography.
Networks of rhizomes would glow phosphorescent in the soil. We're there too, underground. Lit not by glowing roots, but a vast jungle of fiber optics, dazzled of data. From star to tree, thought to phone to bright screen, subterranean cable humming street cabinet exchange. Our medium is light, packets assembled and remade on bright screens. Language no more massive than moonlight on your cheek. When we say hello, thank you, I love you, we say it as light moving thought quick through the underworld. Dinosaurs and fossils, flora never gazed upon, 50 billion organisms in a handful of earth, our ancestors reconfigured. When we say goodnight,